The goal for today is to teach you how to code regular and if functions and apply them on Excel. To code functions, you want to write the name of the function, and inside the parentheses, you list the parameters the function takes. As you can see, I already have the example typed out to save time, but the first function is equals sum of parentheses A5 to F5 parentheses. Sum just means that you're going to add everything up. The colons mean that the function is reading from A5 to F5. The second one is equals count, and count just means that it's counting the cells that you're going to put. So in this example, it's going to be B4 to F6, and it's going to be a comma separating those two, which means that it's just going to read B4, the cells of B4 and F6. And that one just counts how many blank spaces there are, and as you can see that there's only one. The third one is average, and that one is going to divide all the cells that are in between B4 to C6. You can see that in a minute that it highlights all those numbers, and it finds the average number between everything that was in those cells. The fourth one is the function max, and that one will read what's between B3 and F3, and it'll find the biggest number, which is 15. The fifth one is minimum, and it has the same effect as max, except it finds the minimum number, which is 1. To code if functions, you need to have the equal sign and the if, and write the condition and the true part and the false part inside the parentheses. It allows you to have two possible outcomes. The example I'm using is if a student scores 70 or more, which is the condition, the student passes, which is the true part, otherwise the student fails. On the score column, I'm going to write the test results of the students. I then write equals if, parentheses, B2, because that's the cell of the first student's score. Then you write greater than or equal to, because that's the number you need to pass. And you put a comma after to separate each item. You then write the words pass or fail in quotation marks, and you always close with parentheses. So I'm going to explain it again with this other example. So you do equals if, parentheses B3, and then that's the other student's score, the second student. You do greater than or equal to. You write 70 because that's the passing number, comma, pass in quotation marks, comma, and then fail in quotation marks. And then it gives you that the student failed because it was 62. And then you can just drag it across once you know. To apply functions in Excel, you write the function inside a cell using an equal sign and parentheses. In if functions, you will see conditional symbols. The function example I will be using is how to find a person's exact age. The first thing you do is type the names and the title of the columns. Separated from that, you will need today's date, which is 4/24/22, and the constant, which will be 365 for the whole year. So you write equal sign. The function will be equals sign $H $1 minus B2, and then that's for the days of old they are, and to find the years you will do equal sign C2 for the days old and divided by the constant 365, and that's how you will get the years old. So what the dollar signs do is it allows for absolute cell reference. So once again, you will write equals $H $1 minus B3 because I'm doing another person's age, and that's how the days old that they are. Then you grab equals C3 divided by $H $2 for the constant and that's how old they are. And then you can, if you get that, you just put for 2 decimal numbers, and then you can just drag it all across for however many people there is that you want to find out the age of. And yeah, that's how you can figure out people's age using functions. To summarize what we just did, we learned how to code functions, how to code if functions, and how to apply both on Excel.